Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. The female main character, she getting on my nerves because she really a hater.
Niggas had to see to believe, like how you get this chick. I was ballin', you caught it, calling my phone.
Welcome back, y'all, to my channel. As you can tell from the title, today's video is a reading vlog. I wanted to start this reading vlog because after posting my last reading vlog, I really enjoyed recording that. Because I'm just talking and running my mouth, and I love running my mouth about some books. But I decided, why not start a reading vlog to start the month off. Y'all probably won't see this until a couple weeks from now. We'll see. I don't know. It's not important. I want to let y'all know what books I'm reading and what books I just finished reading. So today is what's today? March 3rd? Yes, today is March 3rd on a Monday. But I started another book at the end of February, and that was Intrigued by Nature by Endiya Carter, and that is the third book in the Danger series. And Declan. I thought the first book was good. I didn't like the second book as much, but the last book, oh yeah. But yeah, love that book. Gave it 4 out of 5 stars because it is more so on that the smut side. So it was good, but it was just a lot. It was a lot going on at some points, and I was like, okay, can you get back to the dialogue? Right now I'm listening to Somebody's Wife by Robbi, Renee, and I'm already on chapter 8. But yeah, this audiobook is only like 10 hours, which really isn't that long. A lot of the audiobooks I've read before have been like 16 hours. I started the audio last night, and there's actually 24 chapters in this book, but I really love it so far. Absolutely love it. I have 6 hours and 22 minutes left, so I should be able to finish this today, or at least like in the morning tomorrow while I'm getting ready. So also I am reading Dread Nation by Justina, and this is, I thought it was just a historical fiction, but I think this is historical fiction slash fantasy. This is a library book, and I also have the Reformatory by Tananarive Due. Because who is Tananarive? Child, anyways, also got this book from the library. Both of these books are thick, so these will be due back next Tuesday. So I have to get both of these books done. I could just recheck them out, but I would rather not, so I can find other books that I want to get. So I have only a week to finish both of these books, and so y'all are going to follow me on that journey. But I will check back in when I have some more updates, or if something crazy happens in Somebody's Wife. Welcome back, friends. Today is Tuesday, March. I'm probably yelling right now because these headphones. I have still been on Somebody's Wife. I'm on chapter 23 though. There's 24 chapters. So yeah, I have 54 minutes left, so I should be able to get this book done today, like within the next hour. So I can't do a whole bunch of reading today because I have to be a student today. But hopefully I can get through at least 25% of Dread Nation. I'm hoping I'm in the mood for it though, because the last 2 books I've read have been what I would consider women's romance. So I'm not sure how this is gonna go, but so far I really like Somebody's Wife. I'm not gonna get my start rating yet, but I already know what I'm gonna rate it. But I'll wait till I'm actually done with it just in case something changes, but I highly doubt it. The only thing I don't like is I feel like everything is moving so fast. I'm guessing because it is a shorter book. For some reason I cannot remember these characters' names. All I remember is Gemma and Zeke, and that's it. Everybody else, okay, Quentin, that's the husband. That is the husband. I think that's his name. But yeah, Quentin, child, the subtle foreshadowing in the beginning just lets you know what he was about to be on. I can't say I'm surprised. I think the main thing about this book is that it's very predictable. It's just that the storyline, you already know what's gonna happen. It's very stereotypical in like a scenario like this. It's not gonna be a super high rating, but I don't think it's gonna be low either. It's not bad. It's just giving me the itch that I need right now. That's all it is. It's an in-between book. Because I know after I read Dread Nation and what's the other one? The Reformatory, I am most likely going to be in a reading slump. Most definitely going to be in a reading slump. So, well, hello friends. It is a bunch of hours later. I think it's like 2 o'clock. Yes, it's 2 o'clock. And y'all, I finished Somebody's Wife. I actually finished it a little earlier. On my way back home. I hate to do this, but I think I want to give it a 3.5. It's only because, okay, just to give you a synopsis of what the book is about. So the book starts with us meeting Gemma, who's the female main character, and she's at Monroe University, which is an HBCU, which HBCU graduate here. Anywho, and she ends up meeting Quentin, who is her roommate's brother. I don't know if they're twins. No, they're not twins, but they're close in age. But it's her freshman year. She ends up somehow going on a date with Quentin. They fall in love. They two peas in a pod. He's like a track star. She's like homecoming queen type of ordeal. They get married. Then it goes 20 years later, and it's showing their dynamic now. They're still married, but they no longer have that spark anymore. It's just mundane tasks. They barely look at each other. That type of vibe. So he seems like he's checked out of the marriage. She's checked out of the marriage. But in her role, they both work at the university. So she's tasked with meeting with interim president prospects. So she's meeting with them. One of the people she ends up meeting with is, what is his name? Zeke? I think he's just called Zeke. But she ends up meeting with him for dinner as part of like an interview process, and there's a little spark. Not gonna go into much detail on exactly what happens. And fast forwarding, there's an issue with the husband and a whole bunch of drama starts. And so there's just this dynamic with Gemma and Zeke. It shows their dynamic, and then dealing with Quentin as well. That's the premise of the story, is just Gemma being somebody's wife. Like, they say that multiple times throughout the story. But the reason I give that book 3.5 stars is because, one, it moved really fast. Like, the things that were happening, I was just like, I'm not gonna say it wasn't realistic, because maybe people move that fast. And then the husband Quentin, the way he was acting, like the gaslighting, was actually irritating me. It was irritating me to my core. The way she would have to hold herself back for going off on this man, because I know if it was me, I would have went off on him. Completely off. Then also Gemma was irritating me because of how she was treating Zeke, because it was like, girl, why do you keep like just ghosting this man? Like, y'all talk, y'all be good, and then the next chapter is like, I haven't heard from Gemma in like a week. What do you mean a week? Just the interactions they would have would be so good, and you think that it's gonna like progress, and then the next chapter it jumps to like, it's been a week since I've heard from her. Like, girl, what is going on? And then Zeke is just puppy dog love. He want this lady so bad, it don't matter what she do. Let somebody not talk to me for 2 weeks. At one point it was 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure. Let somebody not talk to me for 2 weeks after we was doing the things we was doing, and then all you gotta do is come up and call me and I come running. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. I might not even give it 3.5. Like, I liked it, but it wasn't literally for the whole middle section of the book. It was just the same thing over and over again. They would hang out. She would stop talking to him. Something happens. She hit him back up. They hang out again. Stop talking to him. Like, that literally kept happening. It kept happening. So I might have to give it 3 stars instead of 3.5 now that I'm talking it out. But yeah, haven't read any of Dread Nation. I'm actually probably gonna try to read a couple of chapters just to get my feet wet in it. I really want to finish this book in 2 days. Now, is that ridiculous because I have other things I need to be doing? Yes. But am I going to do it? We shall see. We shall see. So guys, I didn't record yesterday, but I actually did a lot of reading. Like in the last clip, I already finished Somebody's Wife, so now I'm just focusing on Dread Nation. But y'all, this book, I'm loving it. I'm on page 186 and I just finished the part 1. Y'all, I love this book. I love it. I'm not gonna lie though, the female main character, she getting on my nerves because she really a hater. She's really a hater. Jane is a hater. There's this other girl named Catherine, and it's like every other page she talking about how something that Catherine did she don't like, even though it's understandable why she don't like Catherine, because Catherine is a snitch and a kiss up. But like, dang, you must want Catherine the way you talking about her, because you keep Catherine's name in your mouth. You keep Catherine's name in your mouth. Then she flirting with your ex, and you trying to act like you not jealous, girl. You jealous. You jealous. You is jealous, and you know you jealous. I will for sure finish it by Friday, but I'm hoping that I get most of it done tonight. The way the storyline is going right now is very interesting. I haven't read a book like this in a minute, specifically YA. So yeah, I mean, this book has got me excited right now. Okay guys, so I can't talk too loud because Big Baby is down for a nap. It's been a few hours later since the last time I checked in, but I was able to find the audiobook on Spotify because I've already used up my Audible credits, so I couldn't go that way, and I'm not about to pay to listen to a book. I'm sorry, but I was able to listen to the book, and I don't know, I don't think I like the audiobook. I mean, I would listen to it if I had to, like if I'm doing something else, just so like I can get this book done. But I definitely prefer reading this book compared to listening to it. I'm not gonna say it's bad, it's just not, I had already come up with like how they were talking in my head, and it don't match with how they were talking, and so yeah, no, I can't do it. I was on chapter 16 last time I checked in, and now I'm at the beginning of 19. Like literally just one page into 19. And yeah, I'm gonna sit here at least for an hour and just see how much reading I can get done. Okay y'all, so it is 2 days later from the last clip, I think. The last time I checked it, I think it's been 2 days. But y'all, I finished Dread Nation. So technically I finished this book in 3 days, but I finished last night. Honestly, I love the book. I love it. I always say that about every time I talk about a book, I talk about how I love it. Enjoyed it. I enjoyed the storyline. I enjoyed the characters, even though they are irritating, not gonna lie, because Jane in the beginning, she was just a hater. She was a hater. She hated on Catherine. Every other page she talking about how Catherine this, Catherine that, Catherine thinks she's better than everybody. Maybe Catherine is. Maybe she is. Did you ever think about that? I really enjoyed the characters. I think I'm going to give it 4.25 stars. It's not 4.5, definitely not 5, but it's not a 4 either, because honestly, the way it ended, it makes me want to continue reading. So this story follows Jane in a post-Civil War era, but the kick is during the Civil War there was an event that happened where all of the people that was dead come back to life, and they zombies, but they call them shamblers. And so these shamblers, they're walking around killing people. Yeah, so Jane is living in this time after the shamblers have risen, and she goes to what are they called? But there are schools that the government have started where it trains black people. She particularly goes to a school for all black women, but it trains them at an early age. I think she said she went when she was 13, but I think she could have started going when she was 10. But it trains them to become shambler killers, basically. And so when we first meet Jane, she's in Miss Preston's school, and this is like a top-notch school for becoming an attendant. That's what they become after they graduate from these schools for being a shambler killer, but they're called attendants. Jane, when she's in her last year of this school, and just different events are happening, and can't give too much away because there's a lot of those moments where like my mouth was open. I was like, what is going on? Like at some of those chapters when I finished them, I was like, the plot twist be plot twisting. That's all I gotta say. But to move on, I have to start reading The Reformatory by Tananarive Due, because this book is also due next Tuesday. Today is Friday. Now the thing is, I think this book, yes, is longer. That Dread Nation was 450 pages. This book is almost 600. This book is almost 600 pages. It's like 560 some pages. So I really need to get started on this. As of right now, it's looking like I am going to have to recheck out this book. But it is going into the weekend, so I feel like I can get a lot of reading done. But yeah, I think I will check back in with y'all. If I get to 100 pages, that, well, they'll put me at the end of chapter 9, so I might as well finish reading chapter 9. That should put me at chapter 10 if I read 100 pages tonight. We're gonna hope. We're gonna plan for it. We're going to read 100 pages. We're gonna get to at least chapter 9. I mean, dang. We're going to finish chapter 9 of this book. Okay, I'll check back in with y'all. Okay. Well, hi friends. Sorry if I'm looking crazy. I ain't got my glasses on, so I can't see nothing right now. But I'm pretty sure it's like 2 days after the last clip that y'all just saw, because I haven't picked up my camera in like 2 days. And I'm still reading The Reformatory, but I am nowhere near done. There's a lot going on. I am only on chapter 14, and there are 43 chapters in this book, and I have at least almost 15 hours left of the audiobook, because I'm reading it and listening to the audiobook, only because I've been like really sleepy the past few days, like when I actually get the time to read it, and I'll be about to fall asleep. So I've been listening to it a lot more than just you're kind of loud. I've been listening to it a lot more than actually reading it. But I am going to talk about like what's going on. Well, not too much in detail, but just how I feel about the book so far while I do my morning skincare, and I can show y'all what my current routine looks like. I use the, I use the La Roche-Posay purifying foaming cleanser. I have oily skin, and this is literally the best cleanser I've ever had. And then because I've been sitting here talking instead of starting my routine, I'm going to use this rose water to just hydrate my skin a little bit before I start putting all this stuff on it, because my face is dry now. I'm on chapter 14, and honestly, the reason it's taking me so long to get through this book is because it is heavy. It's heavy. Now, I was honestly thinking, I knew it was a historical fiction, but I was honestly thinking it was going to be a lot of horror in it based off of what other people have said about the book. I used the Good Molecules niacinamide brightening toner, and this is kind of hard to talk and do your skincare. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, I was thinking it was going to be a lot of horror, which I wouldn't consider it horror because it talks about Haynes. I think that's how you say it. Haynes? That sounds right. But it's ghosts. And there's a lot of ghost activities in this book, but I wouldn't consider it horror. Next, I used the also Good Molecules hyaluronic acid serum. And I think that's what makes it, I guess that's why people would consider it horror. But honestly, I wouldn't. The horror would be how truthful this story is, and how things that are going on in the story actually happen. And it follows Robert and Gloria, their brother and sister. And mind you, I'm giving this synopsis based off of what I've read so far, but it's following Robert and Gloria, who are brother and sister. Their mom has already passed away from cancer. I don't think they explain like what type of cancer she had. And their father has had to flee to Chicago because he worked in a factory, and he was basically doing too much talking. He thought well, he thought he was uppity, the other word that I'm not gonna say on here. But the white people in town, forgot to mention, this is like early 1900s when all of this is going on. Maybe I need to get the book, hold on. But the setting of this book is in Gracetown, Florida, June of 1950. So if you know American history, you already know kind of where the story is going. Robert and Gloria are both black. And where did I leave off at? Oh yeah, so their dad had to flee because he was doing too much talking. He thought he was better than everybody. Because they work at a factory, there was some issues. But again, this is the South in the 1950s. So we already know they wasn't having that. So a lynching mob was coming to get him. So he fled to Detroit, Chicago. One of those, I cannot think right now. Next, I went in with the Derma E vitamin C serum. And so they're basically living alone. They are technically supposed to be staying with this older lady. I cannot think of her name right now. And when they were younger, Gloria and Robert used to play with the McCormick boys at a watering hole on their property. But this is when they were younger. Eventually, next I'm going in with this moisturizer. I usually use this CeraVe moisturizer, but they didn't have any when I went, so I just got the Walmart version. So yeah, they used to hang out with them, but obviously as they got older, their dad was like, absolutely not, y'all cannot hang out with them. Don't be around the McCormick boys at all. And so they stopped hanging out with them. When we first meet one of the McCormick boys is when Gloria and Robert are, well, Robert is heading to school. Gloria has had to quit school to start working for this white family so that she can make enough money for them to live. And my baby got too quiet. I couldn't hear him. And they're walking and they have to pass by like the McCormick property. One of the McCormick sons that they used to hang around all the time, he's a lot older now. He's 16 and he's the same age as Gloria, I believe. But there's an incident where he's being derogatory towards Gloria and Robert is not having it. He says something to the McCormick boy and the McCormick boy ends up pushing Robert, so Robert kicks him. And we know how that goes. They were gonna like not say anything about it, but then Red McCormick, that's the father, he sees Robert kick his son. Yep. So because of that, the next day Robert is arrested. He goes to court. We all know how that goes. He ends up being sent to the Reformatory. The Reformatory is basically a detention center, but this is the 1950s in the South, so if we know our history, we know it's not a typical detention center. It's the place where you was getting beat, you was working in fields, and a lot of the black boys that are there, they don't leave. They don't leave. Technically, they can stay there until they're 21, but a lot of them don't live to make it out. So he gets sentenced to 6 months. And so we're just, as of right now, I'm just following his story while he's there. There's a lot of haints in this reformatory because there's a lot of bad things that have happened there. So Yeah, it's heavy. It's heavy, heavy, heavy. I have to take breaks while I'm reading it because it's so heavy. So heavy. And it's irritating because you know a lot of this stuff actually happened. And then you have people in this world that just want you to sweep all of this under the rug. This is in the 1950s. This is not long ago. Okay? My grandparents lived through stuff like this. So it's not like it was up 10 years ago. Like the 1950s right now, those people are 75. After that very long and unnecessarily long synopsis, like I've been recording for almost 18 minutes. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to finish this book. I know for a fact I'm not going to finish it. So I'm gonna have to recheck it out, which I hate. I want to get my reaction and thoughts in this vlog, but I see that's not gonna happen because I only wanted to do this reading vlog for the week. Yeah, this is probably gonna be the end of the video. I hate to do this to you guys, where I'm talking about a book the whole time and then don't finish it. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I will see y'all in the next one.